I've been testing DxO ViewPoint 5, and I just want to show you some of the cool things that I can do in terms of correcting perspective and distortion. So I'll start with this photo here. This is a stock photo, and from what I see, it looks like it was taken with a wide-angle lens or a fisheye lens. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to correct this horizon. It's curved and it's not leveled. So I'm going to click on this manual tool right here, and it looks like it's a fisheye lens maybe. So I'm going to click on that and then move the intensity slider to the right. And I think that is starting to look good. And regarding the perspective, I'll just click on auto here. Let's see what it does. It looks pretty good here. And then I'll click on the horizon. And let's see, did it level it good? No, it didn't. So let me turn this off, the perspective tool, and now the horizon is corrected. So it looks pretty good here. You can see what the issue is sometimes if you start using all of these tools or sliders, it can be counterintuitive, just like from what I did right there with the perspective tool on. And obviously the point of this photo or the subject is this dog, so we don't need to correct how it looks in terms of its distortion. But one thing I do notice is this pull right here. It doesn't look that good, kind of throws the image off, and these trees are slightly slanted as well. So depending on the image you're starting with, you can recover and correct the distortion and the perspective. Other times you can't. It also depends on how much negative space you have around the edges, because when you're correcting perspective and distortion, usually there's a lot of edge cropping going on. Let me see if I can show that to you with the crop. So you can see how it's like pushed in here or pushed out to correct this, but I'm going to turn on this auto crop tool back on right here. What I can try to do is maybe correct this with the levels tool right here, the force vertical parallel. So I'll click on that. I'll click, hold and drag and move this here. And then I'll move these points to make this entire part vertical. And I'll do the same thing here as well. But you'll notice once I click on preview, it starts cropping in more. I'll click on apply. And it got the vertical correction pretty good, but the dog's more cropped out and the horizon is not level. So I'll press Control or Command Z a couple of times, or I'll reset this and I will get out of this tool. And now you can see the horizon is off again. So you got to be careful when you're playing with these tools right here. Let me correct this just like that, or maybe click on auto. That looks pretty good. So yeah, I think this photo looks pretty good compared to how it looked before, at least in terms of the horizon. I'm gonna uncheck this right there. The one thing I wanna go back to is this distortion section. If I click on auto here, you can see DxO ViewPoint needs to open the original image file. So it's referring to the raw image, but you won't be able to open up a DNG or RAW file in ViewPoint unless you have a host RAW processor like Photoshop, Lightroom, or DxO PhotoLab. That way it'll be able to render the raw image using a TIFF file. So just keep that in mind. So DxO ViewPoint 5, it can be used as a standalone editor, but if you're working with RAW files, you probably want to be using it as a plugin with Photoshop, Lightroom Classic, or with DxO PhotoLab. It's automatically integrated into DxO PhotoLab once you install ViewPoint 5. So going to this photo I took in Vietnam, I can just click on the perspective icon right here or activate the tool, and you can see it's already corrected. Keep in mind I haven't done any noise reduction or color correction or anything along those lines. I'm just showing you the viewpoint demonstration. Now going to this photo here, I took this in Curacao. We can see the horizon is off. So let's click on the horizon tool here. It only slightly corrected it, so I need to manually correct it here. Click on this horizon tool, I'll just move these points right here. Maybe it won't be perfect, but I'll click on apply, click on close, that looks good. Now, the one issue is this lighthouse, it looks a little bit off here. You can see it's slanted clockwise. So one thing I can try doing is maybe click on the perspective tool, and that kind of messed it up here. Let me remove or decrease the intensity. And let me try adjusting it with these individual sliders. Just like that. Starting to look a little bit better maybe, but my horizon is off. Okay, so great. Now I have it a lot better. So now this looks a little bit more vertical and the horizon is level. Let me double check the aspect ratio and just stretch this out a little bit. So you got to play with these sliders a little bit to correct the perspective and the distortion, as well as leveling the horizon. Usually when you're using these tools, you want to correct the distortion first and then start leveling or correcting the perspective. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate perspective. And I want to show you a pretty cool tool here when you want to select individual subjects or objects, is this reshape fusion tool here. I'm going to click on this and you can see this grid here with these points. I'm going to click on this 16 by 16 grid. And I can click, hold, and drag one of these points to move it around, just like that. And that looks pretty good right now. And you can see how there's like a green area here, it's red here, and orange here. That's kind of like the feather or the transition, but they call it propagation right here. So if I put the propagation to 0, you can see how off it looks because I only moved one point right here. But if I increase the propagation, it kind of like blends in a little bit better. So that looks pretty good. I can do a few other things here. So I can click on reset. I can reactivate this tool right here. And instead of clicking one node right here, I can click, hold, and drag a few of them. I can click on this icon here to rotate it. And then I can rotate it a little bit. And let me decrease the propagation to about that. So you got to be careful because when you're using this rotate tool, you got to make sure you have a good propagation. Otherwise the horizon can mess up. But just keep that in mind. Viewpoint is very powerful with the correction of distortion, perspective, and if you really need individual or precise correction, you can use the reshape fusion tool. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And as always, live easy, sleep breezy, and stay lovely.